Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I'm your host, Mark Francis. Prince Harry is said to be considering a course of action that could place real pressure on his marriage, with reports suggesting he intends to bring Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet to Britain more regularly, even if Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, disagrees. According to accounts carried by RadarOnline.com, the 41-year-old is determined that his children maintain a genuine link to their British roots and to members of the royal family, particularly at a time when the King's health remains the subject of uncertainty. One source remarked, "He's focused on making sure the kids don't lose their connection to the UK. He won't let anyone stand in the way of that, not even his wife, no matter what consequences that has for their marriage." Although the Duke and Duchess have not been invited to spend Christmas with the family at Sandringham, insiders believe Harry is nonetheless preparing a discreet return during the festive period. A second source said, "Harry is on a mission. He won't accept that his children grow up never knowing their British family or where he came from. He's prepared to go against Meghan's wishes on this. He thinks these visits have to happen, and soon." Those close to the prince describe him as intent on repairing what they call years of negativity surrounding his rare visits since he and Meghan stepped back from royal duties in 2020. Earlier this year, in an interview with the BBC, the Duke admitted, "I miss the UK," but said he could not envisage a scenario in which I would be bringing my wife and children back, citing his long-standing security dispute with the Home Office. Sources now suggest Harry is also eager to reconnect with old friends over Christmas, missing aspects of his former life that he has not experienced since moving to California. As one insider put it, Harry misses sports and going down to the pub with his mates, and he sees that as part of himself and his culture, and he wants a good drink-up this Christmas. Prince Harry is said to have felt distinctly out of place at Kris Jenner's Bond-themed 70th birthday party. An insider said, "This was a dream night out for Meghan. She was totally in her element and went home totally starry-eyed, gushing about all the amazing connections they've made, and that the sky's the limit now that they've been officially accepted into Chris's high-powered clique." From Harry's perspective, it was surreal to be hanging out with that crowd, and not in a good way. Everyone could see he was like a fish out of water and found the whole experience awkward. They continued, "He's got nothing against the Kardashians, but partying with reality stars and influencers isn't what he imagined for his life when he moved to America." The couple's appearance reportedly raised eyebrows in royal circles. One insider in the UK labelled the gathering tacky, adding that the ostentatiousness was at odds with what Prince William is trying to do with his life and the monarchy. In The Royalist, Tom Sykes discussed Picturegate. Sykes observes, "Attending Kris Jenner's birthday at Jeff Bezos' house is not, for this set, a social occasion in the way normal people understand the term. It is a luxury trade fair in which the product is one's own image. A networking symposium disguised as a soiree. Every photograph is a marketing data point. Meghan understands this instinctively, which is why, if she truly never wanted to see those images online, she could have arrived via the discreet private entrance used by some guests and politely declined to pose with Kim Kardashian. She did neither. Meghan needed the upside, proof of continued relevance, a rejoinder to whispering about their exile from the A-list. So why take the pictures down? A former colleague at the Invictus Games told me that Harry was right to fear the downside, saying that being seen to hobnob with the Kardashians in Remembrance Week was dangerous for his position at the charity, which some say is under threat. Their appeal post-Megxit was supposed to rest on two pillars: authenticity and escape. They would purge their trauma by telling the truth about what it was like inside the House of Windsor. They would then build a freer, more honest existence outside it. Yet here they are, being publicly contradicted on matters of fact by the Kardashians on one flank and the palace on the other. They look less like a liberated truth-tellers than people who, finding themselves trapped in a hyper-managed hall of mirrors, have resorted to fiddling with the angles. More palace in just a moment. PR expert Renee Smith is not impressed by Meghan's so-called return to acting. She said, "I wouldn't call it acting any more than I'd call another Oprah interview acting. It's still just Meghan being Meghan, but this time with better lighting and perhaps a better storyline." From a PR standpoint, it feels more like a headline grab than a professional reinvention. Strategically, it's confusing too. She spent the past couple of years trying to reposition herself as a businesswoman and philanthropist, then as an influencer, lifestyle brand, but definitely not a performer. So this move muddies the narrative. Is she building a brand or chasing relevance? My guess is she's going for anything that will get attention. Bethenny Frankel recently shared a revealing perspective on Meghan and Harry's public image, beginning with an intriguing anecdote about her connection to Meghan's ex-husband, Trevor Engelson. When Frankel first saw Meghan and Harry in Us Weekly, she texted Engelson to confirm it was his ex-wife. In their exchange, Frankel asked, "Do you think she'll close?" To which Engelson immediately responded, "Oh, she'll close." In an interview with The Toast, Frankel provided a nuanced analysis of the Sussex brand. She initially thought Meghan was wonderful for the monarchy, but criticised their subsequent approach. As she put it, they tried to put 50 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag, attempting to simultaneously tell multiple conflicting narratives: victimhood, triumph, freedom, exile, glamour, humanitarianism, privacy, exposure. Frankel emphasized strategic missteps, stating if they had been managed properly or really been strategic, like played chess, it would have been such a different outcome. Her critique extended to their social positioning, noting the absence of expected high-profile support. "I don't know what happened to Amal and George. Where are the Beckhams?" She pointed out that the Obamas should have been their people, but that Justin Trudeau's circle want nothing to do with them. Regarding the conversational Kardashian party photos, Frankel offered a sharp observation. They couldn't resist the temptation of going, but also wanted to resist the temptation of showing. She summed up their core problems succinctly. You can't ride two horses at the same time. You can't be all about the podium and the philanthropy and the muted tones and don't care about flash and cash, and then hang out with the flash and cash. Meghan is getting ready for the holidays, sharing an early glimpse of her festive preparations, posting a video on her As Ever Instagram account. The clip shows Mrs. Sussex placing a wrapped gift into a white stocking hanging above a fireplace. In the caption she wrote, "Oh, we see you, not even Thanksgiving yet, and you've already got this in the bag." Harry and Meghan have offered a fresh indication that a return to Australia may be on their horizon. The couple recently sent a letter to celebrity astronomer Angela Pearl, whom they met during their visit to New York City. In the note, Harry and Meghan thanked Pearl for attending an event with them, praising her energy and insight. Before signing off, they suggested that further contact was likely, adding a line that pointed toward an Australian visit. They wrote, "On a separate note, we hope your family in Ukraine remains safe, and we look forward to staying in touch, especially as we look to visit Australia again." The letter, dated October 24th, included some sections that had been blurred. Pearl later shared a photograph of it on Instagram, alongside an image taken with the couple. She captioned her post, "Still in awe of this special evening. Thank you, Prince Harry and Meghan, for the warm invitation and inspiring conversation." Meghan and Harry have quietly made a $50,000 donation to a Ugandan children's dance troupe featuring in their forthcoming Netflix project. The Masaka Kids Africana said the money will be used to support the feeding, care and education of the orphaned and vulnerable children it assists. The donation comes just weeks ahead of the release of the Netflix documentary Masaka Kids, A Rhythm Within. The film, produced by Archwell Productions, follows the Masaka Kids dance group, who first gained attention online for their upbeat videos they created as a source of joy during difficult circumstances. The trailer for the documentary tells us they dance their way into the world's hearts, now go behind their viral videos to the heart of Uganda, where Masaka Kids Africana has become a beacon of hope, helping children transform their hardship into joy. The documentary is scheduled for release December 9th, a week after Meghan Markle's holiday episode of With Love Meghan, arriving on Netflix. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalacintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice. Hope you all have a very safe and healthy Thanksgiving. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.